everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Vaishnavi, also known as Glitter Gourd, and for potentially most of you who may not know, when I refer to Glitter Gourd, I am referring to my makeup Instagram where I post all of my looks throughout the week, so make sure you give that a follow. And I have gotten this question a lot, so I'm just gonna address it in this video. Glitter gourd is a play on words. It's referring to an Indian vegetable called the bitter gourd, and it's also known as a Karela for all you whiteys out there. I just changed it to glitter gourd because editorial makeup for women of color. Make sure you follow my Instagram and subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate everyone's support. I'm really excited to play around and demo this new makeup product that I recently got, the Kryolan Aquacolor palette. This is a product that I initially heard about from a makeup artist that I follow on Instagram. Her handle is S. Antoinette. She does some beautiful looks, and essentially these are water activated pigments. So if you can see, there are some really nice shades. Before I get into my eye look, I'm actually gonna go ahead and swatch a few of these shades. I'm going to start by swatching this beautiful orange shade. Next we have this brown shade. I'm not sure if they all have the same formula. As you can see, it depends on the amount of water you put, the way that it'll swatch, and that's a huge part of the way that I'll be using these pigments. Next, I've got this forest green color. Next, I'm going to swatch this blue color, which is going to be a big part of the look that I'm doing today. Next, we've got this really pretty pink shade here. You see how that swatched? That's so beautiful. I'm so excited to try that one out. Okay, next we have a black, which I'm also very curious about because blacks are often a hit or a miss. Hit or miss. Oh, wow, that is crazy. I'm definitely gonna try to use that as eyeliner at some point. The next shade is the lilac purple shade. Next we have this turquoise color. I'm really excited to put this one in my look today as well. It's been working beautifully. Ugh, look at that. I love that. Next we have a green color, and I'm not really sure what happened to this in the pan, but I definitely didn't get enough product on this one. It's kind of strange. Whatever, we can swatch it anyways. It feels kind of crusty too, which is not great. I don't know if I should even dignify this with a swatch, but that is definitely the worst color out of all of them. Next, we have our token yellow color. If you know me, you know I'm a yellow fiend. Oh, wow. Next, we have this red shade. I feel like red's pretty easy to pull off. I often use lipstick instead of red eyeshadow. All right, let's get into this base. As usual, I'm gonna go in with my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. I recently purchased the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, the one that Auntie Jackie Aina had worked on. I'm just going in under my eyes as usual, and I hated the way that it looked on my dry skin, so I returned it and I repurchased this one, which I've been using for so long, so I would highly recommend this product. Y'all, my skin looks really nice, minus this little spot, which is gonna turn into a mole. Stay tuned. That's the signature glitter gourd move. I'm also gonna cover up the redness around my nose and under my chin. The secret to my pretty nice looking skin, this is the best secret for skincare that I've used in a really long time, and that is to go into Sephora to ask for samples. The sample that has been saving my skin lately is the Drunk Elephant TLC Sakura Baby Facial. It's an acid mask actually, and it makes my skin so bright, and it goes from looking really dull to looking amazing and bright and radiant in such a short period of time. Don't be afraid to ask for that free good. Something that I've been doing is applying a reverse contour type of situation. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty matchstick. I'm gonna warm it up on the back of my hand. That is a wonderful trick as well for products like eye pencils or anything like that. And then I'm going in with kind of a dense brush. And as usual, I'm just gonna contour higher than my cheekbone. And then I'm gonna buff it out using the flat side of that brush. I'm also gonna go a little bit into my hairline up here. I just wanna say I'm so sorry that the beauty world has been a disappointment to darker skinned folks. I'm by no means a dark skinned woman of color. It's so nice to contour in the winter because it makes your skin look like it's alive again. We need that melanin and that sunshine to keep it radiant and glowy, but a lot of people that are darker than me cannot find nice contour shades. The beauty industry needs to work on that one. I'm also taking it on my jawline. I'm also gonna go into my nose area. It's really hard to know how to work with your nose. Everyone's nose is different. You know what? You got a big nose, that's beautiful. You got a crooked nose. I have a hella crooked nose. My sisters call me pterodactyl. Pterodactyl. You know what? That's fucked up. My nose is beautiful. But what you have to do to figure out nose contouring for your own nose is not be afraid to take risks. So I personally have liked going along the bridge of my nose, but as you can see, I'm not being very precise. I have not figured out how to work with the tip area of my nose, but all I do is kind of go under this area just to make it look a little smaller. All right, so that is my contour, and I'm gonna go ahead and blend out my concealer. I hadn't been using the actual beauty blender for a really long time. I think I was using a Morphe beauty blender dupe, and I really liked it. It was a lot denser than this original beauty blender, and I don't know what's up, but sometimes when it's clean, I feel like pores of the beauty blender leave a really weird, unnatural texture. Now I'm gonna go in with my, it's not setting powder, I guess loose powder? I don't know. But I've had this one since, I think, 2015, and it's perfectly decent. It's the Sacha Buttercup powder. I'm just gonna take a compact brush, tap off the excess. I'm just sweeping that powder under my eyes. Some other spots I like to deliberately set are my laugh lines and right in the center of my brow area. Sweet, come through with a sweetener. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and take this really full coverage Makeup Forever concealer. I know there's this trend going around with paint pots and P. Louise base, but honestly, you can just use concealer. I feel like those products are a little bit overpriced. And us women of color probably have a lot of concealers lying around because they're not the right shade for us. So I have finished off my base makeup, and I'm gonna go ahead and start my eyes now. I'm gonna start building this color. I have finished the initial shape. Look at how it brings another dimension to add another layer. I love this characteristic of this product. It really makes me feel like I'm using makeup as a medium for art. You don't have to make it perfect at first. We are gonna use our trusty coconut oil to fix everything up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the second part of this eye look, which is going to be a really fun bottom portion. I'm also gonna link an image for what inspired me to do this look. I'm also gonna dip into this using another more pointy brush. I'm tapering it, making it a little thicker on the outside portion. Look how gorgeous this is. This is one layer. So a big part of this is that the bottom looks squarish, so I'm gonna take what I have and try to make it a little bit sharper. I'm gonna start building the blue color on the outside because I didn't really create the shape that I wanted earlier. That's okay. What I'm doing is kind of elongating it and making it similar to the square that I have on the bottom of my lid. When I say coconut oil, what I'm doing is taking a Q-tip, saturating it in some coconut oil, And then one side of the Q-tip duo will be clean and dry. And what I'm gonna do is just kind of glide over the part that I want to shape to just erase it. And then I use the dry side to just wipe off that coconut oil so it doesn't smudge things. As things dried, I added a little bit of white in between, and I also added this kind of minimalist but avant-garde white on my brow. Another thing that I'm going to do is do a very obvious inner corner highlight with this white. Now I'm gonna go ahead and clean things up using a Q-tip and some coconut oil. Push up and make this beautiful, sharp, diagonal line. If you are someone that's likely to clock me for my signature mole move, then you already know what this is. But if you don't, I get pimples like anyone else, and I like to look like a sassy bitch with no pimples, so I cover up my pimples with a fake mole. And so I'm just gonna show you how I do that. It's really simple. You can use liquid eyeliner, pencil eyeliner, whatever the hell you want. I'm gonna use this Aquacolor because it looked awesome. I'm just gonna pop it onto my little spot. Oh, look at that. And then I'm just gonna tap it a little. And now I look like a 70s Hollywood heroine instead of someone who has a small bump on their face. Now that I've finished my eyes, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows. Now usually I do my brows before my eyes, but because I have this weird white thing going on, I kind of waited for it. So I'm going to use this pomade and then some clear brow gel. So I'm taking this really thin It Cosmetics angled brush, putting on some pomade and taking off the excess on the cap as usual. I just got my eyebrows done, so they don't look this great all the time. I'm just gonna softly start placing hair strokes where I like them. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take my brow gel and I'm just gonna push my brows a little up and make them look a little fuller, more bushy. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use my bronzer. I usually leave my bronzer until I'm finishing my makeup so that I can just warm up my face one last time before I head out the door. So I'm just gonna put it right above where I had the contour. Zoomed out a little so you can see the rest of my face. I'm also going to go ahead and use some blush. I wanted to be kind of a radiant look, so I'm gonna use this Glossier blush. I have a very unconventional strategy for this blush. I just put a shit ton on my finger and just, you know, go for it. That's way too much, man. Ooh. But it looks cute, doesn't it? Slap yourself a little. I also like putting some blush right there. And that is just to give a little sun-kissed glow. Cool. Next up is my highlight. A little on the bridge of my nose. Some right here on my lips. Now for my lips, I'm going to use 3 different lip products actually. I'm going to start with this Nars lipstick. It's kind of this brick red color. This is kind of like a velvety finish. Now I'm going to add this kind of lighter shade. It's more mattifying, which I think I need on top of this really, really shiny one. Just going to add a little to the middle of my lip. And to add the craziness back, I'm going to be using Fenty Gloss Bomb just to make it really shiny. Also, this is an amazing trick for any lipstick that's drying because it's so moisturizing. And lastly, I'm going to add some mascara. This is my final look. If you made it to this part of the video, I appreciate you. I hope that you enjoyed this demo of the Kryolan Aquacolors. I would absolutely recommend them to anyone who is interested in playing around with makeup. Please do subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And please give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Bye!